What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex, and today I'm going to be talking about the newest Guy Ritchie movie, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Stars an ensemble cast: Henry Cavill, Isa Gonzalez, Alan Ritchson, Hero Fiennes Tiffin, Carrie Elways. In 1940, Winston Churchill and Ian Fleming, yes, the Ian Fleming, you heard that right, form a combat organization for Britain's military that changes the course of World War II and prefigures the modern Black Ops unit through its unconventional and entirely ungentlemanly fighting techniques against the Nazis. Listen, if a new Guy Ritchie movie comes out, I'm there. I am all for it. I love his style. I love his wit. I just love how he's not the most conventional filmmaker ever, and everybody hates him for some reason. His movies don't really get all that much critical praise. Few of his recent films haven't been as well received from audiences, but I'm a man who likes this guy. He makes fun movies. He makes them witty. He makes them action-packed. I think he's at his strengths when he's making gangster/crime thrillers. He's definitely not at his strength when he's making spy thrillers like this, though. This isn't Guy Ritchie's worst film, nor is it his best. It's somewhere right in the middle. I expected a little bit more out of this. I was expecting a little bit more over-the-top nonsense than what we actually got. It is somewhat based on a true story, but it's an entirely fictionalized version of that true story. Whether or not that's going to irk you, that's up to you. For me, you can take a fictionalized version of events that actually happened and turn it into a witty movie like this. I think he's really at his strengths when he has the wit, the humor, the frenetic pacing that his movies mostly have. It's all present here. He's got a very great ensemble cast here, and a lot of the action set pieces, especially towards the end, I thought were really energetic, really fast paced, had a great flow to them, made the movie feel like it was keeping up with its step. Everybody in this cast is having a grand old time. You can tell. I mean, Alan Ritchson, Alan Ritchson, who would have ever thought Alan Ritchson would get this far? He went from playing Aquaman on Smallville to now being like one of the biggest movie stars and TV stars of all time. Kudos to that man. Henry Cavill, look, oh, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here when I say this. It's crazy what Henry Cavill can do with a director who actually utilizes him properly, as opposed to a director like that guy who doesn't even have him utilized properly in his own movie and only gives him 53 lines of dialogue. I know, I just ruffled some feathers there. That fan base is coming for me in the comments. Just you watch. I know it's happening. But I enjoyed Henry Cavill a lot. I enjoyed Alan Ritchson a lot. I enjoyed Isa Gonzalez a lot. I enjoyed the entire cast. Just watching them on screen, watching how they act. I didn't really like any of their speech mannerisms, though, because this is the problem that I ran into when I first saw The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and it's a problem I still have with The Man from U.N.C.L.E., is that you have these spy thrillers set in different time periods. Like, this is set in the 40s, Man from U.N.C.L.E. is set in the 60s against the backdrop of the Cold War. You have these 60s Cold War thrillers and action movies, and these World War II action movies that are spy thrillers, and everybody just has to talk like this. Not a single person sounds like they're not AI robot generated from that time frame. Everybody's got to have a cheery voice and sound exactly like this, even with the witty dialogue. Every single actor in this movie sounds like that, and it got on my nerves after a while. I was like, can we talk normally? Do we have to keep up with this really annoying speech pattern you all are using right now? I hate it. I hate it. Just sound normal. Nobody talks like that anymore. I don't know if anybody talked like that in the 60s. I wasn't alive. Or the 40s. I wasn't alive. I don't know. Maybe they did. Who knows? But it's fine if one character was doing it, because I know Henry Cavill's character did it a lot in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., where he talked like that because it was the 1960s and you had to sound like that. It's fine if like one or two characters do it, but when they all do it, yeah, that got on my nerves. Also, is this like as violent as the trailers are making it out to be? It's nowhere near as over the top. Sure, there's some over the top sequences because it's Guy Ritchie. It's those Guy Ritchie isms. But when it comes to like the blood and the guts and all that, I was expecting it to be a lot more. I was expecting it to be more online, like bloody, like Inglourious Bastards bloody. Which, by the way, you can make the comparison that this movie is Inglourious Bastards meets Ocean's 11. Throwing that out there right now. But seriously, man, this movie got one rating and was filmed to be a different rating. I thought we were past this trend. Why is this trend still happening? This really took me out of the movie so much, because at the beginning of the movie, there's a couple of scenes where it's like, okay, people get shot and there's quite a bit amount of blood, and then for the rest of the movie, the action scenes are happening with maybe like a blood dot and a drip of blood down somebody's shirt or down their body. That's really it, because for the rest of the movie, the action scenes, it was just, oh, hey, we're either going to cut away real quick or we're not going to show anything. I'm like, so why was this movie rated R then? It should have just been PG-13. I'm not getting into this debate. I feel like I've had this debate with so many movies on my channel. I've talked about this debate for years, but I thought we were done with this. I thought we were past this. Why is it edited to be PG-13 if the movie is rated R? Especially if the movie is rated R for strong violence throughout. Now, I'm not saying blood enhances a movie. I'm not saying gore enhances a movie. I'm just saying if you are filming it to have a specific rating, have it be that specific rating. That took me out of the whole movie, man. I was like, feels very, very tame compared to what I was expecting. And yeah, sure, I'm a big person on this channel. I'm a big advocate. I've said this in the past of somebody who likes to be challenged as a movie viewer, not catered to, but when you have a certain expectation for some over-the-top silliness and an R-rated Guy Ritchie action movie set in World War II with spies, if the movie's rated R, I expect there to be a certain amount of R-rated stuff. It's very, very tame. It's very PG-13 level. Take away somebody getting shot in the heart with a drip of blood coming down and a few F words, and it's PG-13. That's it. I don't get it, guys. It feels very sanitized. That really, really, really dampened my experience with this movie, as well as the characters. Guy Ritchie's known for creating eccentric characters. Like, even if the characters don't really have anything to them in his movies, all of his ensemble of characters, let's take the gentleman, for instance, like Coach, played by Colin Farrell, probably doesn't have that much to him, but he's eccentric and he sticks out because he is just part of like this group of people that just wears a bunch of tracksuits, and it's hilarious. Charlie Hunnam in that movie is writing a screenplay, from what I remember. It's either him or Hugh Grant. I think it's him. Charlie Hunnam's character writing a screenplay about the events of the movie. Nothing to his character, but that's interesting. There's stuff like that always in a Guy Ritchie movie. This movie has nothing. I'm like, I'm here for the cast, but they act like they don't have any personality because they talk in one monotone mannerism that apparently Guy Ritchie thinks is stereotypical of the time, and there's just nothing to their characters I didn't care about. I don't know any of their names. I can at least tell you Fahawk from The Gentleman. I think everybody can tell you about Fahawk because it's fuck, but spelled with a PH.
His name is Fahawk, but spelled with a PH, so it sounds like Fahawk.
So it's Fahawk.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, anyway, he's the kid that gave us the skunk farm job. Do you know him?
Yeah, we've met before, haven't we, Fahawk? Fuck.
That's the one.
Fahawk? Fahawk.
Fahawk.
I can't breathe! I need that, please!
All right, Fahawk, calm down, Fahawk. Down.
I can't tell you a single thing about these characters other than Ian Fleming as a character is in the movie, and they do nothing with Ian Fleming as the character in the movie. Wasted opportunity. Man, did I want to see, I just want to see a fictionalized version of Ian Fleming kick ass and have him like have a scene where he's smoking a pipe and be like, yes, boys and girls, that's how I created the character of James Bond 007 in the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I did love the unnecessary title drop in the dialogue in this movie, though. This movie could have been so much more fun than it actually was, even if the action set pieces are pretty entertaining. Not as entertaining as they could have been, not as over the top as they could have been, because the violence feels so sanitized and edited in a way where it didn't earn the R rating. It felt like a very PG-13 play it safe type of movie with characters that lack any depth that I couldn't really get into them. It's one of my least favorite Guy Ritchie offerings. Get this, everybody, not a lot of people like that Operation Fortune movie that he did like last year or the year before. I thought it was better than this. At least had more style and substance to it. This kind of felt basic. I enjoyed the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare with just over half a bucket of popcorn. Not one of my favorites from Guy Ritchie, but certainly not his worst. If you have seen the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, just let me know what you think of it in the comment section below, or what's your favorite Guy Ritchie movie, or what are your top 5 Guy Ritchie movies. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll leave my links to my website in the description below as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I will see you at the movies somewhere.